Oh boy, welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in-gym quality coaching and workouts for your at-home or garage gym needs. Now, today is day number 250 of the At Home Fitness Programming series, and it is Friday, November 20th. We're going to mix up the end of the week a little bit this week. Today is going to be the nasty one. Well, depending on how much you like what we're doing tomorrow. Tomorrow might be the easy one. It might actually be the nasty one. I'll save that little surprise for you guys for later. But today is going to be the aggressive workout to celebrate the 250th workout. Subscribe, like, hit them buttons, do it. Now, first piece today is going to be a little strength work. We're going to repeat something we've done before just to get a little maintenance in here, but also get us prepped for what the workout's going to be. And that strength work is a bird dog row. If you guys aren't sure what kind of row that is, stick around. I will go through all the demonstrations for you. We're looking at 6 to 8 reps each side, guys. With, as we talked about with Monday and Wednesday's lifting pieces, we're going to have an even rest distributed between the sides as we go through those rounds. So 3 rounds, 6 to 8 each side. And without further ado, the workout today is the workout that I did at my CrossFit Level 2 up in Boston a couple years ago, and it sucked. I mean, it was awesome. Amazing workout. Best thing I've ever done in my life. You guys should totally do this today. 21, 15, 9, 4 time. Tricky little reiteration of Fran here. We're going to start with dumbbell thrusters. Now, the weight that I would probably prescribe as RX for this is something about 40 pounds on each dumbbell, so 2 dumbbells for the guys and about 25 pounds for the ladies. That should be a weight, or whichever weight you choose, should be a weight that you have a shot at getting through 21, 15, and 9 as unbroken as you possibly would with the 95 or adjusted weight barbell thruster, just like Fran would normally be. I would not equate a 50-pound or 250-pound dumbbells to 95 pounds for the guys on a barbell thruster, not even close. That's probably more like a 135-pound thruster. So with that in mind, 40s on the dumbbells are probably going to be a little more equivalent to a 95, maybe even 35 pounds, depending on how well you're able to position them on the shoulders. I will talk about that in a minute on the movement demonstrations. The second movement today is a pull-up variation. It is a burpee pull-up. So you're going to burpee, jumping pull-up, jump through the bar, and finish your pull. If you're not sure what I mean by that, stick around. I will go over it. I will also talk about different modifications that you guys can employ to still make this workout every bit as fun as it's supposed to be. All right, for the strength stuff today, we're throwing it back to the previous strength cycle. You guys are going to recognize this, the bird dog row. Now, positioning here, just to stand up and demonstrate for you guys. Right hand down, left knee down, which means the right leg is going to be an extension and the left arm is going to be rowing. And that is the position I'm going to demonstrate for you guys here. We're looking for a tabletop position, remember? So a vertical arm on the bench and a vertical thigh on the bench. Essentially straight lines all the way around, 90-degree angles. Total control on the row, guys. Make sure we're not dropping the dumbbell back down into the next rep. That is probably what's going to be most likely to throw us off balance, so that we're not able to control the stabilization here. Things I'm focusing on: creating tension, the right pec pushing into the bench, the core, and the right glute. All right, guys, as we talked about earlier, for our 250th workout, we're going to hit a little variation of Fran today. It is going to involve dumbbell thrusters and burpee pull-ups. So we're going to change up the scheme a little bit here. It's still going to stay with the 21, 15, 9, but the movements are different. So dumbbell thrusters are going to be first. The prescribed weight for this, guys, is 40 for the guys and 25 for the ladies. That should be a weight that you guys have a decent shot at making it through these sets. Now, keep in mind, it is significantly more challenging to do thrusters with a comparable dumbbell weight, so to speak, because of the ability of the weights to move independently. So you guys are going to have to work a little harder to stabilize through your reps, but you should have at least a shot at being able to get through the 21, the 15, and the 9. Now with those burpee pull-ups, remember that the pull-up piece is jumping. We are focusing on jumping from the burpee through the pull-up as you guys finish that pull with the lats, as I'm about to finish here on my round of 2, the 3, 2, 1. So it's more of a movement, up and down type movements per se, than a burpee and a kipping pull-up or a strict pull-up. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, modifications for our work today. First piece is going to be that strength work on the bird dog row. Now, outside of having other pieces of equipment that function as weight in the, basically what we're holding on to here, something that can simulate that. If we're looking at bands, if we're looking at body weight, the only thing that I've ever found that can simulate the stimulus of the movement is going to be a side plank banded row. You guys have seen me do this before. So we're essentially setting ourselves up in a side plank position. I am attaching a band up here right in front of the camera, and from here, while holding that side plank, I'm going to pull through and row on the top arm, obviously. If we want to get a little more hip and glute into this position, I can give that clamshell type lift with the upper hip and go into my rowing from there. It's the only thing that's really going to give us something. We're trying to work on that anti-rotational type movement, fighting against gravity in a sense, while also using a lift and pulling something as well. Now, for the workout, whenever we have thrusters, obviously, you guys can modify that with different pieces of equipment, so be able to perform a thruster. Single arm thrusters are fine. Let's just try and find a way to break up the rep scheme to be able to do it evenly on both sides. You guys can also do this with wall balls. If you're going to do it with a wall ball and a wall ball is not challenging for you, we don't have a heavier wall ball or we don't have a higher position we can throw that wall ball to, then I want you to increase the reps a little bit. Dumbbell thrusters should be very challenging for most people. Even though they're set at a weight that's not ridiculously challenging for this workout, they're still going to be very challenging. So I wouldn't say it's outside the realm of possibility for you to do double the reps on wall balls if you are very comfortable and efficient with wall balls. Now for the burpee pull-up, yes, there's a pull-up in there, but that's not necessarily the first or second component of that movement. The first and second component of the movement are a burpee and then a jump. Okay, so if we need to find a way to modify it because you guys don't have a pull-up bar back there, then let's go with a burpee box jump or a burpee box jump over first before we get into a burpee pull-up. You guys can always do devil's press, which is going to be that burpee into the overhead movement with the dumbbells. That is something that's going to be similar speed maybe. It's going to fatigue you way more than a burpee pull-up, but it's going to be a similar kind of function going on there. Or honestly, even a burpee deadlift would be something that probably helps a little bit there. So keep those in mind, guys. It doesn't have to be a pulling movement to kind of get the function of long, kind of slow cardio range of motion movement that's going to make you work body weight wise over the course of the 21-15-9 and probably really slow down the movements. Your thruster set should get significantly more challenging combining it with this movement over honestly a kipping or even a strict pull-up for that matter.